What's going on? It's Dom. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to another Dom IY project. Today I'm stepping away from the regular maintenance and modifications that I do on the vehicles, and I'm going to take care of some home improvement stuff. Now this time it's going to be at a friend's condominium that she lives in. It was built back in the early 70s, and it's got a lot of outdated fixtures and features and doors, etc. And she wants to modernize that. So she wants the mirrored closet doors put in the master bedroom, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to take out the old rickety aluminum bifold metal doors that have been there since probably 1974 and swap them out for some new modern full-length mirrored doors. So it should be an easy project, remove and replace. I'm going to take care of that. But before we get on the road and go do that job, I want to welcome those of you that are here for the first time. Please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click on the bell to get notified for all the future videos that I post. And if you enjoy the video at the end, give it a like, leave a comment. All that helps support the channel. So let me get all my materials together. Let me get on the road and take care of this DIY. Let's go. One of the first things that we're going to tackle are these aluminum outdated closet doors. They are horrible. They squeak. You can hear the metal rattling. They don't open smoothly in their tracks. They get stuck. So this should be a simple job, just removing these doors and taking down the old track on the top and on the bottom, and then replacing it with some more modern mirrored doors, so that way it'll make the room look a little more spacious as well. This should be a simple task, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take care of it. I'll put the camera down and hopefully record some of what I'm doing, but it shouldn't be that difficult. It's outdated and old, but I'm sure I can get to the screws that are inside this little track right in here. Just have to pull all that down. Now to remove these doors and then get to the track, I've got to get to this screw in here on the back side of the door, and that's very simply going from underneath on the inside and just loosen up that screw right in there, and then I can angle the door to one side and pull it out very easily. So there are 4 doors in total. I'm going to do that really quick. And that's how quickly the doors come out. Just lifting from the bottom and angling it this way so it comes out of the track up on top. Okay, this is what I loosened here with a flat head, so I can slide the door this way and then angle it out. Now I've just got to get to the Phillips heads that are on the track right here and over here, and then I can just remove the track out. Before I remove it completely, I'm just going to score the edge here with a blade, so that way when I pull it down, it doesn't rip off and peel off any of the paint that's there, and I have more work to touch up later on. Okay, now with the upper track removed on one side, I'm going to work my way down to the bottom track. Now this track here, it lies flush to the tiles and it's embedded in there. I may have to bang it out with a hammer, but it's got 3 screws along the track line there as well. I'll take those out, they're Phillips head, and then work my way to get that track out of in between those tiles. And the new track is wider. It's a double wide track for the 2 sliding doors. It's going to lay on top of the tiles. I'm not going to cut into the tiles, save myself some work. It's going to sit right on top nicely, a little bit wider, but that's okay. And I still have enough clearance for the door height. And this is the old track here. It wasn't too difficult to get out. Put a screwdriver and a hammer and just angled on one side and popped it right out. I'll clean up all this mess of the grout that's there and then prepare for the new track. But I'm going to get to the other side first and take care of that. All right, now that I've cleaned up on the floor all the grout and all the debris, I'm ready to install the top track first. And this is the metal track for one set. I'm actually putting 2 sets of closet doors because it's so wide. And this track will go flush right up against the edge of the wall like that. And I'll mark the 6 spots where I'm going to drill pilot holes to secure this to the header up here. And then I can begin work on the bottom track. So I've already marked it out. I'll take my drill with the 1/8 drill bit. Now that the track is installed on the left side of the closet, I can begin working on the lower track of this side. Now the lower track came with this wooden slat board that fits in the groove underneath the track. And I'll secure that within the area where I removed the old track and cleared away the old dried up ground. That's going to serve as a support when I lay the track on top, and then I can screw it down where the 3 holes are at the end, the center, and the other end of the track. And that's going to make it nice and secure for the mirror doors, and the tracks won't move. The tracks on the left side of the closet are done, and I can move on to the right side. Now the second tracks will have to be cut about 1 3/4 inches to accommodate the 118-inch total closet openings. These buildings were built in 1972, and what was standard then isn't today, so I've got to do a little custom work in order to make it fit. Not a problem, I'll cut it with a hacksaw. All right, now with the second set of upper and lower tracks in place, I'm ready to test out the doors and make sure that they fit in there nicely. Okay, before I do any test fitting on the doors, there are these wheels at the bottom on both sides, and there's an adjustment screw. And according to the directions, it says that I should screw it in until the wheel pops out about 1 inch or so. I'm going to go maybe 3/4 of an inch, perhaps. And that should give me enough clearance so the base of the door does not rub against the track. So I'm just going to screw both of those out for about 3/4 of an inch. Okay, now that I've got them out about 3/4 of an inch here, I'm going to test fit it, and then we'll use the adjustment screws again to level it off and make it square and straight against each other door and the frame. Putting it in the inside track on both the top and the bottom. And it slides with no obstruction, which is good. So now all I've got to do is set those adjustment screws at the bottom. Down here, I can set the screws so it sits nice and flush along the edge there. And that looks really good, nice and straight, nice and flush there. I can get the second door in. Now with all the 4 doors in place, everything looks nice and level on the sides, in the center to each other. She can slide the doors according to whatever pattern she wants. Does she want them to meet in the middle, or does she want it staggered, or does she want to meet in the middle on the back doors? That's entirely up to her. But these closet doors are done, and I think they look absolutely great. They're going to give some definite depth to the room. I need to clean up, make sure it's the way that it was when I walked into the apartment. And this project of the closet door DIY is complete. Now I've got other things going on here. I've got to change out this ceiling fan. I've got to mount that TV to the wall. I got a light fixture outside there that I'm going to swap, 1 or 2 of them, a couple of curtain rods. So I've got about a week full of projects here that I'm going to tackle. These videos will go into the more aspect of my channel, which is maintenance of the vehicles, modifications that I do to those vehicles. So this falls under the more. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below because that helps support the channel as well. And as always, thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next one.